What's going on, everybody? It's the Hook Cam back again with another film breakdown, this time taking a look at the AFC Championship game. I know I've put out a couple of Chiefs videos in a row. I promise you that the Niners breakdown's coming soon. But in this game, a couple of things I want to look at. Obviously, there's going to be much more offense in this one. The brief breakdown that I put out earlier was much more defensive focused because, well, there was only defense in it. So this one's going to have a lot more offense, and then, of course, there's going to be some defensive snaps in there because that played a massive part in this game, and the Chiefs' defensive front coming to play. Just playing big boy football up front. Linebackers were doing a great job in pursuit, but offensively, right, the explosiveness of this Chiefs team, the change up in how they call their plays briefly in the third going into the fourth quarter, right, with pounding the rock. They just do a couple of things differently that definitely needs to be highlighted. Now, first play that we're going to take a look at here from the Titans is going to be a weak side wide zone. Okay, they're running it to the boundary. Short side of the field is the boundary. Obviously, they're running it to their weak side of the formation, not to the strength. And the reason why teams do this is because you create numbers, right? You create numbers here. You're blocking out with your right tackle. You're blocking here with your guard. You're working up to that backer with your center. You've got a man-on-a-man here across the board, right? And you're going to let your running back, who's been crushing every defense in the league going through the playoffs, figure out where to go from there, right? But what I love about this is that kind of one of the weaknesses that everybody was talking about with the Chiefs was their defense, right? Well, guess what? Their edge defenders came to play this day, right? Chris Jones is back. Their linebacker here, Wilson, does an outstanding job of shedding this block from the center and getting upfield to make a tackle on this thing. But the other thing that I love is these defensive linemen are fighting in there. They're keeping these offensive linemen's shoulders square so it's not a clear read for Derrick Henry one way or the other. We're really firm on this edge, not giving any space here, so it's tough for him to bounce this thing out because that's not his read, right? He's going to see this. He's going to see the lineman's ass right here. He's going to cut this thing upfield, right? Really good job from 54, scraping over the top, not giving any space up by Frank Clark on that, keeping that thing nice and tight, and picking up a quick TFL or tackle at the line of scrimmage, whatever you want to call it. Now, moving on to this play. One thing that I hit on a lot with the Titans was how they played a ton of cover 3 against the Chiefs, right? And when you look at this thing from the 22 view, right, we got our safety deep, we have our corner back here, we have our other corner right here. Now, this looks to be like it's going to be cover 3, but the Titans are actually going to roll him and run a cover 2 with it. Right? Here's your two flat defenders out here, and then they're going to pass off any crossers with these two. Now, with the Chiefs run with this, and something that I think is so unique about this team is that they have coverage beaters into everything, right? And every offense does that. I just think that the Chiefs are so efficient in the way that they run it, right? And he obviously hits Kelsey down at the bottom here. But what I love about what Kelsey does on this thing, right? Obviously, Mahomes is going to move him out a little bit, but he's still going to come in and chip protection. He's going to run up and find the soft spot in the zone between this cat who's dropping to the flat and this guy who's dropping to the middle of the field. Okay, outstanding route by Kelsey, right? Quick chip, works upfield, and then finds that soft spot right in the zone. Okay, obviously we're stretching vertically with the 3-by side of the field, and if it was a cover 4 or cover 3 truly, then he probably would have hit one of these guys, right? But I do love how we're running our routes at the top. We're stretching vertically, and then in classic Chiefs fashion, we're bending across the field here, running to open space. Really, really good job on this play. Big play for the Chiefs, too. This was a third down as far as I can remember. Big play for the Chiefs, working upfield, but it created a easier third down, right? They do end up going to fourth down on the next play here. Protection-wise, just bullies up front from the Chiefs. And this is one of the matchups that could have swung this game either way, right? Doing a really good job here. Our tackle working back. He sees that this backer's dropping off. We're going to come in and help with this combo. Great job picking up pressure. But, I mean, the other thing about Mahomes is that he can throw anything from any part of the pocket, okay? 29 gets in on this play. Right? He's in, not 29. 98 is able to work through on this play. 29 is just the looper in that blitz. But a good job from Mahomes being able to move his launch point, being able to find a guy downfield, and obviously being able to make a completion and bringing up an easier 4th down and 2. Now, this 4th down and 2 call is so cool. So cool. It's one of the things that is so great about Andy Reid and the way he runs this stuff, right? So the Chiefs classically run a lot of pick routes, okay? It happens. Everybody in the NFL does it. What they're going to do is they're going to show this like it's going to be one of their really easy pick routes, right, with 2 almost slant routes right here. Okay, for lack of a better term, we're going to call it slant. It's technically a pick, right? We're going to wheel out here, and we're going to motion across here. So we're really influencing this boundary side of the field. Okay, but what we're going to do that's different is with Kelce's route. He's going to run up and look like he's going to run a pick, right? You're going to see him chop his feet right there, and then he's going to stem this thing back outside. Great short yardage play. Okay, we're widening our boundary corner and our flat defender with this wheel and with this motion, right? And Kelce's going to find the soft spot in the zone right there, pick up an easy first down. Phenomenal play call from Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy, I believe is how you say his name. But anyways, great play call from them. Just love the creativity with their routes. This is why I think they are so hard to defend and why I think that the Super Bowl is going to be incredible, right? Because you have the Niners defense, how stout they are, how good their front four are, how good really their front seven are, that defense as a whole. But then you have the Chiefs who, if there's anybody who's going to be able to piece together how to beat those guys, it's going to be them. Now, moving on to the Tyreek Hill touchdown. Very, very simple concept here out of the Chiefs. What we're going to get front-wise is inside zone to our left, their right, okay? Very simple. You're going to leave this cat because you're saying, right, this guy in motion full speed is faster than this guy getting upfield. He's not going to know what's happening. All right, but one of the pieces that I absolutely love about this is Travis Kelce's block. Okay, obviously we know his abilities as a pass catcher. His abilities as a blocker are it is something that's questionable to a lot of people. He works upfield and he's going to get the biggest block on this thing, which is this cut on 31. Great cut here. 31's got no chance. Well, he does jump over it, but he doesn't have a chance to get in on that play because of that cut. Great block from Kelce on that. Moving on to the Tyreek Hill touchdown. Like I said again, the way that the Titans were running their defense, they were trying to throw a little bit of weird stuff at Mahomes, stuff that he didn't see last time they were playing. Now, the other thing that I love about this is that the Chiefs, football is all about knowing your opponent. Okay, the Chiefs know, right, that anytime the Titans are going to see a short motion here, this guy seems like he's going to be the primary receiver on this. So what are they going to do? They're going to bracket that guy. They're going to bracket number 3, who was Tyreek. So you come out in this formation, you put Tyreek Hill in that number 3 position. He's going to be the guy that's bracketed. But when you move a guy in, they're not going to say, oh, we're still going to bracket Tyreek. No, that's not how defenses work, right? They're going to run this guy straight up field, right? And he's going to end up getting bracketed by this cat, the the backer who's going to be walling off number 3, but he does a really good job getting his route over the top of that, right? Here's your other defender who's coming down on it, and then Mahomes is going to manipulate this safety with his eyes, moving him over to that side of the field. Now you've got Tyreek Hill one-on-one with a corner who is pressed and him getting upfield. That's an easy throw for Mahomes. Easy throw for Mahomes. 10 times out of 10, he's making that throw. He's putting that ball on a rope, and it's going to be for 6. Really, really good job here, right? We're going to watch how Mahomes manipulates 24 with his eyes. Boom, he's staring him down right now, right? 24's eyes are on McCole Hardman, who's going to be running across the field right there, right? That's who he's looking at. That's not what we're going with the ball, though. He puts this thing on a line right to Tyreek Hill, touchdown Chiefs. Going to the defensive side of the ball, there's a play that I broke down in the more brief breakdown that I did the other day. Didn't have coaches film, though. Didn't have coaches film. One of the ways that the Chiefs are going to win this game was being dominant with their edges and their defensive tackles, right? These cats came to play. They came to play, right? There's a very simple inside zone for the Titans here. We stem into this 3-tech right here. So this is an over front, right? Very simple over front. You have your 3-tech here. You have your 1-tech on the center, right? Your 2 edge guys who are, one of them standing up. Terrell Suggs is standing up, 92's in his 3-point stance. But, right, all you're trying to do here is compress the edges of this. Terrell Suggs is a salty vet. He knows that he can get around this. Backers are flowing. Chris Jones does a great job pushing off this double team, right? He knows to get skinny in situations like that, but he's strong enough where he's not going to lose ground. We got one-on-one here, right? And then we got Terrell Suggs closing in on the back. Really good job from these cats, not losing ground upfield. Anthony Hitchens, 53 coming in. Great pursuit on that. Those defenders came to play, man. They came to play. That was one of the major reasons why the Chiefs were able to beat the Titans, because the Titans wanted to go to their original game plan, which is very simple: pound the rock, let Derrick Henry eat. Not able to do that against this Chiefs front. Different beast than it was last year when it seemed like anybody who wanted to run on him could run on him. Now, this is an outstanding play call from the Chiefs. What we're going to get here from our number 1 and our number 2 is a very simple switch concept, right? Getting upfield, switch, right? Putting the corners in a bind. Mahomes is going to read that now with their number 3 with Kelce. What they're going to do is they're going to run him upfield and just on a really easy curl. a great play call, great route concept out of these guys, right? We're stretching vertically, and then right behind where we're dropping in our zones, right, because we're dropping here, he's got to take the flat. We're dropping here into that cover 3. There's going to be a massive hole that opens up right here on the defense. Really good job with that, okay? He's going to try and wall off here, but to him, this route looks like it's going vertical. That's for the safety then, right? But he shuts this thing down right there, right after that backer passes. Easy first down. And the thing is that these balls, it is a 15-yard completion, 10, 15-yard completion. We're talking about chunk yardage plays against a very good defense here in the Tennessee Titans. Protection-wise, protection was solid all day. Now, when you have a guy like Mahomes, it doesn't have to be the best protection in the world. You just got to give the guy enough time. Right? Really good job getting that ball out quick, picking up good chunk yardage on that. Now, defensively here, like I said before, like I said in that breakdown before, it's all about the edges of this defense, right? The Titans were trying to attack the edges of it, right? They're going to try and get out wide here with a toss. Again, I don't know why necessarily they did this. They probably saw something that they liked, and it wasn't there, right? The edges of this Chiefs defense came to play. Frank Clark to Passanio, as I believe his name is, 92. Those guys came to play. And then, of course, interior, when we got a guy like Mike Pennell, bounce around the league, Topeka native, he came to play, man. He was ready to go in this AFC Championship game, but watch Frank Clark here on the edges of this defense, right? Getting upfield, he's not getting washed way out here. He's staying in the screen, right? Staying in the screen, keeping that edge of the defense, not letting Derrick Henry bounce this thing outside. We got great flow from our backers, and then, of course, Mike Pennell coming from the backside of this thing, staying nice and flat down the line of scrimmage. Very good job. You're occupying bodies. You're occupying space. You're giving your backers a chance to pursue. That's the biggest thing. These cats are some of the most athletic dudes in the league, right? Not necessarily the Chiefs guys, but just in general. Those backers, if you're a backer in the NFL, you're an athletic dude. Right? Let those guys make the play. Those are the athletes. These interior defensive linemen understand that in order for those guys to make plays, we got to occupy bodies. We got to take up space. We have to be able to free these cats up to make a play. Now, really good call here, right? Mike Pennell, once again, engaging, extending, right? Now we can see where that ball is getting handed off at. He's staying flat down the line of scrimmage, fighting and getting there, right? And again, great pursuit from Frank Clark on the backside. This is what I'm talking about when I talk about the edges of this defense. 92 and 55, right? Passanio not getting walled way off here. I mean, that's Taylor Lewan. That's a good football player. Hanging in there, eating that double team up, not getting pushed way out, right? He's not getting just absolutely forced to the sideline and there's a huge gap right here. Nope. Really good job hanging in there and letting your guys come downhill and pursue on that play. Phenomenal job, once again, from the edges of this Chiefs defense. Now, moving on here. This play, I don't think counted. I think there was a penalty on this, but just goes to show you the attitude these guys played with, right? And, of course, again, Mike Pennell getting in. This is a 4th and 1, man. This is a situation where Kansas City in years past hasn't been able to show up, right? Straight goal line defense, firing off into the backfield, reestablishing the line of scrimmage. We're getting our nose tackle here is just submarining, just trying to create a pile. 92 getting into the backfield. Mike Pennell once again coming down the line of scrimmage, making a play. Great technique on this thing, man. The Patriots signed this dude in the offseason, and I was fired up after I watched a little bit of film on him. I was bummed to see him go, but I'm so happy to see him get an opportunity with the Chiefs and go to the Super Bowl because this dude plays his ass off, down in and down out. Great job from him on that play. Now, back to the offensive side of the ball, okay? 3 straight plays, the Chiefs are going to run the rock, okay? Uncharacteristic for them, but they set everything up, right? With that end-around motion, you're making backers think. You're making backers guess. Are they going to hand off that end-around? Am I going to be screwed, right? Watch what this end-around motion does, right? This receiver motion in the backfield. It's going to push these backers, and it's going to make them hesitate just a little bit. And then on top of that, you've got great numbers now. All day you've been throwing the rock around. All day. Right? Now you're going to switch things up. You're going to hammer the ball. You're going to run a very simple, like, inside zone concept here. Just making the backers guess with this motion. We're giving a wham as well. Usually these safeties are going to key that wham guy, right? So it's going to throw them off, okay? So we're working out with 71, 87. They're going to take care of this cat and this cat. These two are going to work up to this backer, right? They're going to work this one tech up to this backer, and there's a lot of green space here to run the football. Really good job. This wasn't something that was there early in the game. They set this up throughout the game, right? Next play we're going to look at, again, with this motion into the backfield, just trying to create confusion. We're going to run wide zone to the top of this thing. Okay, once again, you've set up these numbers all game. You've set this stuff up, right? We've run that before and hit that quick motion out to the sideline, right, to the field. We've hit this out here before. Now we're going to throw that at them, right, and then we're going to run wide zone to this way. So we're working here. We're working here. We're working here, just like I showed you guys with the Titans earlier in the game, okay? Forcing this defense out. We want to spread these guys out, and look at all the green space that's there for Damian Williams. Now, I wish he would have kept this thing to the outside and put his foot in the ground and picked up yardage. He did a little bit of guesswork there, but again, great run from the Chiefs, and you can see how they dial this thing up, how great this looks pre-snap, right? Working out, working onto this 3-tech, working up to this backer. We got a reach right here. Great job from the Chiefs setting this thing up and then executing it when it matters most. Third play in a row that they're running on the rock, right? 3rd down and 1, big down, and they do a little bit of trickery. I absolutely love this play call. Okay, you give the fly motion with Tyreek Hill, you're going to widen guys. You can see that's a consistency now with the Chiefs, right? They're widening guys out with this fly motion, okay? Boom, right there. That's all you want. Look at where this backer just did, right? He bumped over. He bumped over. He bumped over, right? We have to widen, and then you just block really simple inside zone up front, right? Boom, boom. And then, of course, a great move from Damian Williams right here. Backer coming to make a play, just sidestep over a gap, and we got ourselves a first down. Phenomenal play call from the Chiefs. And then, of course, their touchdown just to add insult to injury. Love the guys up front on this Chiefs team, man. These guys are fired up. They're ready to go. They're hungry. Okay, wide zone out of the Chiefs here. And again, we show this end around, right? Not a pre-snap motion, but this time we're working this way. Remember earlier in the game, he threw that little toss forward. Same sort of deal for the Titans defenders, right? Same sort of deal. We have to defend something coming to this edge, and this dude's pretty fast, right? You have to honor that. Okay, Titans line up pretty tight up front, very simple goal line front, and they're just going to wide zone it. Essentially, all you're trying to do here is get to the edge, right? Get to the edge with everybody. They clump this entire thing up front. We're going to work here, here, and here. If I'm correct on that. Yep, working all there. Really good on this. He's going to shuffle and just make sure that this inside gap is secure, and then we're going to work upfield, right? Really good job from 71 on that, finishing the block there from 76. All around up front, these Chiefs guys are buzzing. They're playing great football, and they're really going to be fun to watch when the Super Bowl comes around. So anyway, guys, that's all I got for you today. A little bit more in-depth of a breakdown. I hope I covered everything you wanted to see. There will be a Niners video coming out hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow the Niners video is going to be out. But that's all I got for you guys today. Predictions are going to be out probably next week. But I'm enjoying watching both of these teams play football. I'm sad to see the year end. But with all that being said, guys, that's all I got for you today. And I will see you next time.